coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors, as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Junebug, hey. How's it going, man? How you doing? How's things going? Why does Alan look like a child in this? Like, I don't get it. He looks so much bigger in the rest of the game. He looks like he's a prepubescent teen in the way the camera's scaling. Only 1 second. Sorry. Never mind.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
That's tomorrow to be another day. Say family drama. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. We all have that, that's for sure. That's the truth. I hope everything works out for you, man. I'll pray for you.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ha! I'm chicka wow wow. But you didn't do that thing that I always liked, even though everything else is great.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until
Like
Barry
you did
gets
last
his hands
night.
on them, which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan? Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Yeah,
Please
quit freaking
hurry.
out. I know it's dark.
I'm
but
right
whatever.
here, baby.
Chill out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on, now, please.
I'm gonna wait and see all of what she's gonna say before I bother to do that. Well, then again, I've also got the flashlight here too.
I really don't like this, Alan. Please hurry.
Sorry, I was trying to rearrange my headset here.
I
But
really need those lights on.
apparently she's got some phobia of the dark, so I just waiting to see if everything that she might say. Turn them on! Start.
Please. Check the fuse box. It's in the hallway.
You know what? Wait a minute. Before I do that, I'm wondering if anything is going to change since we're in the dark here. Because, I mean, he'd have done it before earlier in the game.
I can't handle much more of this, Alan. Please, get those lights on.
Why don't you get in here, honey? Why don't you get in here where the sunlight is in the bedroom? Well, shining through the...
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Just shine it on your face. I'm gonna blind you.
Hi.
You
Hi.
okay?
Let me blind you.
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Of course
Don't
it does.
worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
I love you that you're scared of the dark.
Okay.
It's like, what the heck?
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
Call it the clicker.
Huh?
That's what they call a remote in the
If I ever
South,
got
a remote
scared of the
control.
dark, I could just
Turn on the
flip
TV.
switch and a magic light
Where's
would
the
scare
clicker?
monsters
Or
away.
the switch,
Sure.
as they refer to it as.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
An air kiss. Didn't even see the lips touch.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Like I've been ran over by a truck.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well, then,
Nothing to
Mr.
be
Wake, we're
concerned
done
about.
here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other...
Let's see. Not allowed in the room. Chew them out. Room is organized like a man's garage. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Oh. Oh, so they were going through your stuff in your room without your permission. Oh, I'd be mad too, dude. I'd be like, look, dude, you know, you need to you need to chill. You need something, let me know. Don't be going through my stuff if I don't know that you're in there, or if you don't have any right to be in there.
I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Yeah, I think this is where I left off when I first started playing it on 360. I've got it on PC, but haven't played it on PC.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this.
Even though I got it like dirt cheap.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Yo, Agent, how's it going, brother? Grandma would go up there and start cleaning and move stuff.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office.
Well, my grandmother would do the same thing sometimes too. When I was living with her, she'd go in there and read. But the thing is though, is if she would go in there and clean anything, usually she would expect me to do it. But sometimes she would go in there if she was doing like a thorough cleaning of the house. But she would never touch any of my stuff. She would just like go in there and like well, before the hurricane came through, there was carpet in that room, in the back room. But then when the hurricane came through and put a hole in the roof, they changed the floor and just put down vinyl. So she would go in there and like sweep and mop, you know, like if I was away at work or something, she was cleaning the house, you know. There was times I actually had to lock up my bedroom door for reasons I won't go into, but it wasn't because of her, obviously. It was because of somebody in particular, but that's a whole other story. But she had access to the key. I had two keys. She had one for herself and one for me. We were the only two allowed in the room to get access to it, and I, you know, discussed it all with her, and she totally understood. So I basically got. I think what it was that the doorknob was messed up on my door, so I was like, you know what, this is a great time to have a new knob with my own keys and lock it up as I see fit. So that's what I did. Cut, stay, not a minute. Supper is just about done. I know you meant to say you can't stay but a minute. You're nutting for a minute. Stuff, taking clothes. Laundry. Yeah, exactly. This is the part I believe I left off at. I think I got past this part when I played it on 360. So I don't know anything else of what happens after this.
The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you.
Okay, so we got freaky woman over here from the bar
Mr.
or
Wake,
the restaurant,
the sheriff
and
is
now
waiting
over
for you in
here.
her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric.
Yeah, no
She used to
kidding.
be
Really?
The editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town. Refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Yeah, that's all good, man. I was only gonna stream for maybe the amount of time before Tanya got to streaming, and then I'll stop. Because I don't want either of our streams to overlap, considering we have some of the same viewers, and if they want to tune in to both, they won't be happening at the same time. So either she'll do it first, and then I'll do it, or vice versa, if we want to do it, you know. And she was going to do it tonight. I think she's going to do Flipping Death, so whenever she gets around to doing that, I'll get off, and then hers will be streaming. I gorcha. Isn't a gorcha a fish or a porpoise or something? Or is that, no, that's a porca. A porpoise? It's a porpoise, that's weird. A porkin! Chill area. Oh no, cell area. I thought that said chill area. I was like, wait, is that a break room? Oh, okay, I just came out of there. They were sucked in by control. Taken over by the...
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Okie dokie pokey.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Where's it? There's it. Thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now,
all right,
can
man.
you tell me what happened?
Check you later.
I'm not sure.
On the
I can't
telly.
remember.
Are we in jolly old England?
I walked out of the cabin.
I'll talk to you
The
later on the
cabin
telly.
Cauldron Lake?
Whatever you say,
How did
bruv.
you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
Excuse me, I need to take this.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Uh-oh.
Go to the back
Oh.
lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Hey, yeah, Savoy. Hey, what's happening, brother? How you doing? How's stuff? John leaves and then you pop in. Are you both in the same household? I swear you probably are. It seems like it's inevitable that would be the case. Wait a minute. Just got a threatening phone call.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
I need to bash some
Of course,
dude's
Mr.
skull
Wake.
in.
I understand. You can get there through the cells.
Get anything
Deputy
set
Ram
up?
can show you
Okay.
the way.
I'm
Heavily
sorry.
inspired
All
by
of this,
Heavy
it's
Rain.
just a lot to take in.
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but you might want to check it out at some point. But it has like a lot of like Stephen King kind of stuff in it, like Twin Peaks kind of stuff in it, if you will. If you never heard of it, if you have or haven't played it or whatever, then I would highly suggest checking it out if you might want to see what it's all about, because my fiance is also into stuff like that too, so she's been playing it as well and streaming it. So
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay, you can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
I needs a fresh air of death. If somebody threatened me on my phone, I'm gonna kick them in the face. I'm gonna bash their head against the
Mr.
dadgum
Wake, can I
truck
help you
grill.
with anything?
Yeah.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Yeah,
Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
Oh,
Thought he'd quit drinking for good.
so he's like Otis in the Andy Griffith Show.
He
He's a
went
town
out
drunk.
and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up. You can get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Thanks.
You look like a Karen. Would you and your haircut? I don't care about the sale right now. Oh wait, there it is. I don't want to do that yet.
They don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here. Hey! Hey!
Listen to everything that's said first.
I'm not feeling so good.
I didn't know there was a revival.
Too damn dark in here.
I need to watch the show. It's on Netflix.
Give me some light. Hey! 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 Anybody?
Hey!
Damn dark.
I can't see where I'm pissing.
Hey! Hey, you! Can you help me?
I can't aim for the toilet. I need the lights on to see where to piss.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float here. That's some good news, right?
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Fleebida-boppity-beep-bop-bow-bow. Pick up the thermos. That's what we want to do. We want to do everything in the game that interests us. Because we are not completionists.
Through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Ooh. Alice sees a shadow. Laughing like a mad woman, I'll tell you what. Were you them kids whacking off in my tool shed?
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Invisible wall!
Okay.
Hey, please help me, man. I hate this. I can't stand the dark anymore.
You know, it'd be really cool if they had something in the background that only you could see that's sitting there. And he couldn't. This thing really does put emphasis on when it comes to dealing with darkness, which I think is unique.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain.
Well, that's probably 40%. Crap! 40% too much for me, I think.
Its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Do. Get off the thing! Okay.
Please turn the lights on. Hey!
There.
Thank you, man.
Shut up!
Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Turn them off again. I'll leave them on.
I shouldn't even be in here.
Of course not. That's what they all say.
You got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was?
The devil, Bobby Boucher.
It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounded like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
I got drunk after I kicked his butt. After I saw him. I'm gonna vomit on the floor.
I told him, oh yeah, well I don't hear where on your feet.
Never.
Oh, why'd you do that for? You with them, aren't you? You were those space aliens. You think you got me right where you want? Will you just wait? You just wait. Stick by what I'm saying. I don't think
Oops. Okay. All right. Well done. Hello.
The
Goodbye.
early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Go through the fence on the left. Last house on the left. Yeah, if it's woke, I ain't gonna. It don't even matter. I get so sick of that crap. So, Squid Game on Netflix is really good though. It doesn't have any friggin' woke crap in it.
A hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Your wife's head.
It's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go.
Remind you of Silent Hill? Have you ever played it? I could have sworn you probably had played it. I don't know if John's played it or not. He probably has, but I don't know.
Had a few broken windows.
Actually, I think he does. He has, because he mentioned about me not spoiling anything for Tanya, and I think he's probably played it before, because I'm a little farther ahead than she is at the moment.
Even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition. Huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Yeah, Cheney! That's not weird at all, is it? Wait a minute. I need to go check that out on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they have a compilation of the songs that they put in here in the game, and I do want to listen to them, because I guess if there's one thing about Remedy, at least from the games that we played from them, they really know how to put in lore and atmosphere into their games. I mean, it almost seems to me like when you know something's good, like if a company puts a game out like well, I wouldn't say every once in a while, but enough, you would think that they would, you think that you're really getting something of quality, not just having something pumped out all the time, like on a annual basis or a 6-month basis. Good grief, Alan, you been eating your Wheaties? Jeez, lay off the caffeine, son.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Fancy the fact that this is flowing in place with what's going on with him right now. Mr. Wake, I believe you're writing
Alice's
your own
driver's
story.
license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
I'm gonna put my foot in his booty hole.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice.
Triple D's.
I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Here we go. Well, never mind. I thought maybe he was gonna sneak out and take a secret route or something, but I guess not. Why can't we run faster? Now we're walking slow.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Tor and Odin?
Indeed.
Dude.
All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
That is something right there.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
Wait a minute.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Ha!
Take it easy.
Wasn't the Majestic in control?
Nobody move. Get your hands off of my client. Who are you?
That hotel you'd go to?
Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah.
Hey!
I'm all right.
Hey!
I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
From what I've heard, it's really good, but I barely put any time into it on 360 or even PC.
We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
But I'm definitely going to do it now, you know. Other games pulling you away.
To someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Bad?
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Misery.
I was just making Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later.
Yeah, don't wreck in the snow, and then I gotta bring you in my home to make you better and then break your legs. The crazy fan.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody.
Alright, man. I'll check you later. Thank you for coming in.
Nice girl, and more importantly, a fan.
Yeah, no kidding, she is. Oh, interesting. I see, said the blind man to his deaf son.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared?
I can't go through that way? Really?
Are you high?
Are you high?
Drinking?
No! Look,
I can go in that way.
I'm a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand
everything's just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Right, wait here.
Wait here. Chill out. There's another thermos. Yeah. Because every writer needs caffeine to stay awake to write their stories. Oh, that's weird. That lighting there is weird. Hey, look! Is there painkillers in here? Does Max Payne visit this place frequently? What is this? Yummies? Gummy yummies! Hey, that sounds... Big stuffer! That's what your mom said last night. I can't go out that way.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Oh.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Poor baby.
What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes.
Well, shoot him.
Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Oh. Go
Max
shoot
is
him.
Still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
One of our dogs was so happy to see me when we showed up back from my fiance's grandmother's birthday party. He friggin' Frenched me in the mouth. Almost stuck his tongue like almost in my mouth. They got my teeth. He was just kissing me all over the face. I was like, Loki.
That's a good dog.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working.
Dude, look at his eyes.
Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al.
His eyes, man. That's funny. He looks like he's half asleep. Take a form to Rusty. Yeah. This I think this might have been the part where I stopped, or right afterwards.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Besides all the shadow people that are going to be roaming around that I have to burn with a flashlight and then shoot them dead.
Just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
There it is. Looking at me like the Tower of Ulthank.
Look,
Barad-dûr.
You're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
New York.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry.
That didn't make a big boom.
I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
I was gonna sneeze his head off.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Why does everything gotta go creaky creaky? Wait. That's the lights? That's all the light that we got? Really? Wow. That's some weak lights. Y'all need to get some more lumens going on here. No. Leave them on. Okay, so I can't go out that door. I guess I gotta go out this door. Is this the same cabin? Okay, so he does have his gun. Well, he's got his light, but he doesn't have his gun. The man needs a dag-blasted gun. He needs his gun to shoot the shadow people. The shadow people. Kill them all.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
I don't want to go that way yet. But I want to get this.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
I don't want to use yet, obviously. What the heck? Oh, I thought I saw something move over there.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Oh wait, he does have his gun. Oh, that's the only thing he has. Never mind, I don't know what in the world. I don't know why I was thinking that. Would I go up this way, or would I go down that way? I mean, obviously I'd want to explore dead ends first. So... I guess I do, yeah. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I see you. We got some work to do now. Scooby snack. Don't hold back. Something, 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 something going on the attack. Don't look back. There's a lot down over there. I don't think I'll have him to the left. You know what? Let's just check this first.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Sure it would. It sucks because you don't carry over anything from episode to episode. That doesn't make any sense. At least to me it doesn't. I mean, yeah, he was in a sheriff's office and whatnot, but still. If you had him taken away, okay, whatever, but let him get him back. And then carry him from episode to episode. I mean, come on.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen.
My dick is dead and gone.
Yes,
My dick
exactly.
is dead and gone.
But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now,
Yeah.
seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take the time, enjoy the piece of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, you're probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Cue this freaky music. Freaky music. Oh! Oh my gosh! No! Dude! 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 Oh man. That was great. That was great too. Didn't really get me though, but wait a minute. Okay, yeah, so I came down that way. But that's not weird at all. There's I hit that and everything shook. Was there a ghost or something in there? Or was it supposed to be like something out of control? Like one of those items? Whatever they were called? Well, what was up with the light? Where'd the light go? It just disappeared. I'm kind of probably going to try to do the same thing for myself with like trying to stream some spooky related kind of games whenever Halloween rolls around. It's kind of what I'm doing now with this one. Kind of want to try to just get some themes going on, you know, just to whoa, just to see what'll happen, you know. So. And they just appear right out of nowhere. That's exactly what happened. Well, there ain't gonna be no lights coming on there, that's for sure. You know, Twilight Zone.
Crime and punishment. The cancer
That plant needs to stop moving.
But some crimes are impossible to punish.
So many feathers.
Especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode. The Man in the Mirror.
I'm facing with the man in the mirror. Making him to change his ways.
He's a weird one. So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game.
These feathers won't stop falling.
You pick a guy and, quoted from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists. Wow. Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
How about that?
White shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see an agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Dun dun dun. Green Giant. That was fun.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood, My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page. The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey, please help me! I'm here! I'm hurt! I can't... Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found... came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty... The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. Too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness. Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted
for those license. Obey. At all times.
Rusty, no!
Never.
No closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than
20.
Pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your pet
unattended.
It is
against the
historical artifacts from the park.
Gross.
Even simple berries!
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail. Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Shit.
We gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake. Got for you. these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on this bastard. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Over the roof. Like that, boy? Ah, get some! Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
God, you suck as a shot! And I don't have nothing else. One left. Finally.
Let's
God.
start the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper...
Remaster my ass.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
AI is retarded as hell. Could have done it better myself shooting the friggin' enemies than he could have. He really sucks as a shot. When you gotta depend on AI in a game, it always has to be retarded. It can't work worth a crap. All the time.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Those flares were worth a crap. They last a few friggin' seconds. Never in my life have I ever heard of any flares lasting a few friggin' seconds. But in Alan Wake world they do. In retard world.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
I know what's going to happen. You're going to have people who are avid fans of Alan Wake be like, oh, it's supposed to increase the tension. It's supposed to be scary. The blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. That's all well and good. But the AI is retarded doing what it's supposed to do. How in the world can you end up... You mean to tell me I have to deal with stupid AI just to be able to have tension and fear and all this stuff? When it's not working the way that it should? Okay. Yeah, that's a load of crap. People would make up any excuse to argue about anything.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, that didn't work at all. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's great. I can't hear what you're saying because you're talking over a freaking fight. Probably would have been great if you would have stopped before... Got rid of the fight before you started talking. I supposed to go up this way? Or did I just come back from this way? Yeah, I just came back from over here. Okay, well, I guess it was meaning for me to go that way, but I actually had fallen down towards this way, so... whatever. Oh, it takes away health. Lovely. I would have never guessed that would have happened. Well, oh well. I know I'm definitely not going to be getting all the thermoses in the game, that's for daggum sure. I'll just get what I can and that's it. Because there's already a couple that I know that I missed. I had to plug that back up because this one went dead. At least I know that much. At least I know I have to... I'm not going to be able to get all those because I saw a couple and couldn't go back. What the heck? Come on. Stupid controller. No. Yeah, we're not doing that again. No. Oh, I guess it's trying to make me confuse me and making me think that it's supposed to be some kind of, like, item I'm supposed to pick up or can pick up or something. Maybe. Yeah, that's not happening. Or maybe when a fight breaks out, they'll think, oh, you're going to run across it. Just walk all the way around them. Hope for the best. Again, that's what the light's for, too. In a van down by the river. Obviously, this I know is not a trap.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent
had
made.
Silver trophy, paging
Mr.
Wake.
Go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on. Something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman. Her rage flaring up without warning.
Okay. Oh, well. At least we know we got this. Okay. Daggum gun works better than the flares do. The flare gun lasts a little longer than the daggum flare itself does. Oh look, there's a thermos all the way over there. Let's see if I'll even manage to get it. Nope, ain't going over there. Do 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 do. Earlier. I don't want to. Starting to gain more patience for myself, so I'm trying to do that to the best of my ability. That's right. What you think about that? I'm really to the point where I don't even want to explore in this game now, sadly, because you know when the dudes are going to show up with the music and the lights and the shadow and all that stuff. So you don't really want to bother to look around at all, because you just feel like you're going to get sideswiped, which has happened a few times already with me. So, you know, I don't think there's anything necessarily special if you were to get all the thermoses in the game or the manuscripts or whatever. I'm just going to get what I'm going to get, and that's all there's going to be to it. End of story. Oh, for the love of money. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Shoot him in the face. That ain't all of them. See if this will work now. Maybe it'll stay on. Okay. It's just a matter that you feel so vulnerable with this, you just don't even know. Which is understandable, but it makes it feel like you don't even want to explore. So. There's another one.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Oh, crap. Hunting rifle. We're going to see how that goes. So, yeah, like, what way would you really go? I think I saw like a handful of different areas, but definitely don't want to drop down there. At least not at the moment. Could just be a way to wrap me right back up over here again, so. Actually, maybe that is the way that I need to go, because I came up here before and now there's rumblings and all that crap, so maybe I do need to go this way to take me down to another area. So.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Stuff is falling, I'll probably fall, would die. Fall, period. That's falling over. Stuff's falling over, everything's falling over. This falling over, that's falling over, your face is falling over. reason for this? Maybe? I feel like it's to get up there or something. Well, I can see it's to get up here now. But, oh, well, here's a thing. Lovely. Okay. Now that we have that, do we jump up here? No, we do not. It is not allowing me to do so. So, I guess we just gotta wrap ourselves around and see what we can do. What can we find? What can we do? What can we find? What are we doing? Yeah, you guys missed me kind of ranting and raving a little bit earlier, even though I ranted a little bit a little while ago, but it was kind of a little bit more beforehand and I had my mic turned off because of reasons. So I don't really see where else to go here. I mean, maybe I do need to go down there. I mean, I don't see where else to go. You know, this is... wait a minute. Well, that's not going to lead me anywhere. That's just going to take me back up there. Let me think for a second. Maybe that was just for me to get over there to that. That's what I'm guessing. Oh. Okay. Is that evil dark matter that's on this thing that shouldn't be on there, or what the heck? Okay, well, I'm done here. I'll just try elsewhere, I suppose. It may be that rock area I need to go to. Because I don't see anything around these here parts. So it may be down this way. Okay, I see. I see. Lovely. Great. Just great. Yeah, okay. Come on. Start shooting with the daggum flare. Sick of this crap. Sick of this. Come on, man. Yeah, great. Hey, Hawk. How you doing? Let's go, Brandon. I've been hearing about that dude, but I haven't looked up anything on it. What's up with that? I know it's got to be something positive and conservative with the communist dictatorship we got going on in Congress right now. Tanya's going to stream here in a little bit, so I was just getting some time to stream in before she did. If we stream on like if I'm off on weekends, if we stream on weekends, either she'll go first and then I'll go, or vice versa, because we share some of the same people, and I don't want to be taking over stream while she's doing a stream, or vice versa, you know, all that. So dadgummit. I don't know how in the world I'm getting confused with this mic. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's gonna lift that up. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I know you are. I just I don't want to do that just yet. I can't grab onto anything, so I guess I'll just do it afterwards. Yeah, it just would be confusing, you know, because I want to tune in to hers and check stuff out and all that, so I don't know. And there really isn't any reason for her to tune into mine as of right now, because I'm playing something she's playing, and I don't want anything spoiled for her, you know, unless she wants to spoil it herself, so. I almost quit earlier, though, for a bit with happening, but I made it through.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff.
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Thornton climbed up from the wreckage, excited,
for the moment.
From the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
I think I'm fixing to quit though. Yeah, because Tanya's getting ready to get on. So as soon as it goes to another save point is when I'm gonna turn it off. You know, just like a back-to-back stream kind of thing. So whenever the save icon hits again, I'll turn it off. I'll go back to playing something else and check out her stream. I'll probably go back and play. I don't know what in the world I play. God knows I got enough. Yeah, she's playing this too. She's streamed it once already, maybe twice. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool, man. Appreciate you coming in. Yay! I can go get another thingy over there now. Pick up manuscript page. See what this
when
is.
Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and
okay,
you're really watching a horror show.
We'll do.
When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't
okay, yeah,
just terrified.
Yeah, I saw that you did. I hadn't checked it yet though. What's up with these newfangled black ink spot things? I was telling Hawk that I ran into a couple little things earlier that almost made me quit the stream as I was getting kind of frustrated, but I made it through. It's another reason why I play on easy. Even then, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, remastered my butt, dude. It's like the AI, jeez, terrible shot, retarded shot. You don't even have a gun, trying to keep the enemies off of you. Oh, I'll shoot them, I got a gun. Dude, I could have been better off doing it myself. But no, you have to rely on him for a bit. I can't stand when AI has to take over for you in a game when you're much more capable of doing it yourself. Yeah, hun, that's him. You're spoiling stuff. Since I'm already on episode 2, since this plays out like a TV show. It's not like it's a it's a spoiler or nothing. That's been said in previews and reviews back when the first iteration came out. The darkness wears her face. Oh, Nancy Pelosi?
Be aware of Widowmakers.
Oh my gosh. These guys are just like becoming an annoyance now. It's not even fun. It's not even like scary. It's just the whole thing with the enemies is just like annoying. It's just like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, we got some hicks to take out. You know. I guess the big old axemen are calling themselves the Widowmakers, I reckon. That's the name of my axe. It's the Widowmaker. I don't know. Well, I don't know what the... Okay, never mind. Wait a minute. There's a thingy.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Well. Confloymenhagen. Alright, Alan, what are you going to do? You going to jump over the thingy? Well, there you go. I bet this thing already saved and I didn't think about it or realize it. Think happy thoughts. Come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Alright, man. Thank you for coming in. I'll check you later. Man, y'all gotta get these... Y'all gotta work better out here. You dadgum wood's falling all over the place. You don't know how to strap stuff down. Hey, look at that! Well... that was funny. Walk around one way, then come back. Oh, hey, guys. You here for the party? The gun party? Ooh. Or the flashlight party? The fleshlight party? What was that? Pick up. Oh, this. There we go. One over there. I should have known I had some of those on me, even though they don't last worth a flip. Alright. Ah, there we go. It's doing this little thingy right there. It's doing this thingy thing. So, with that being said, apparently it's already saved, and so be it. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Appreciate everybody checking out the live version, the archive version, and so on and so forth. And I'll be back again tomorrow with something else. But anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters.